Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today, towards the end of last week and over the weekend, of course, we saw a lot of attention being brought to Donald Trump for what was an extraordinary, incredible event, and that was the brokering of a deal, a peace agreement in the Middle East, which is huge because even the most staunch right-wing or left-wing or moderates or anyone really did not think this was going to happen. The pundits, the politicians, a lot of people didn't think this was going to happen, much less even come close to a possibility. And yet it did happen. And I found it kind of amusing, if not interesting, how the media, of course, had to cover it because it is so significant. But we're going to go over just some of the aspects of it. And of course, as you know, here on the BuzWeaver channel, we all recognize the significance and importance of this. And we're not particularly concerned about whether Trump would get a Nobel Prize or not, although he is deserving of it by all intent and purpose, right? As we saw the Colombian woman there who dedicated her Nobel Prize winning to Donald Trump for this. Because, of course, as we know, the left and the establishment cannot in any way, shape, or form give Donald Trump credit in any kind of way. Because to them, being against Donald Trump, being in defiance of Donald Trump is essentially fashionable. It's in vogue. It's what they think is cool. So to be cool in the world of leftism and the establishment, you have to be against Trump. So it's not unironic that I start off with a far left media site, Mediaite, as they started off here with, "Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump. Hostage Square burst into pro-Trump chants over peace deal." And what we have here is a video of Stephen Witkoff along with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner here. And this was over, this I think happened on Saturday, if I remember correctly. But let's take a look at this.
And to President Donald J. Trump.
There it is. Amazing. It's quite extraordinary and incredible that this is transpiring and happening. And let me just play some more of it, so you guys can get a full appreciation of it here to see what else going on.
To President Donald J. Trump, a man who is a humanitarian through and through, with the indomitable spirit, who once again proved that bold leadership and moral clarity can reshape history and change the world. We all owe a debt of deep gratitude to President Trump.
I agree, and I think that's very well said, very well spoken. It's great to see Jared and Ivanka out there in Israel during this. You see a mass crowd at Tel Aviv's Hostage Square on Saturday evening burst into a chant thanking President Donald Trump for brokering a peace deal between Israel and Hamas that will have 48 hostages released next week. So that's awesome. Of course, some of these hostages, unfortunately, will have passed while they were in captivity, and others will be released to their families and so forth. And of course, either whether they were alive or not, they will be released back to their families, and that's quite extraordinary. But as we were talking about here earlier, the media was just trying to find 7 ways to Sunday not to talk about the accomplishment of Donald Trump. As a matter of fact, they were going off on another topic altogether. I was trying to recall what it was here as I was thinking about it. Maybe I'll remember as I watch this. But another, again, from the left Mediaite, CNN's Abby Phillips blast Obama for not giving Trump credit for Israel-Hamas deal, acknowledged the president who brokered it. Now, we're going to get into the other aspects of this here in a moment, but let's go ahead and listen to what CNN had to say.
If this ends, if you're somebody who called it a genocide, if this ends, Donald Trump deserves credit regardless of anything else you feel about Donald Trump. Certain things are bigger than domestic politics and even things I might strongly disagree with that are happening in our country. In this moment might be that, and I think he, Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner should be
and perhaps even bigger than the Nobel Peace Prize, you could argue. But I mean, there is a desire on the part of a lot of people in MAGA, and this is channeling, I'm sure, what Trump is feeling for credit. President Obama put out this post talking about the peace deal and the prospects of it, and Don Jr. responded to it. I'll finish it for you. Thank you, Donald Trump. Honestly, it's not unfair to say if President Obama's going to write a whole post about a peace deal, maybe he should acknowledge the president that brokered it.
But they can't. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? This isn't about what's right. This isn't about what's just. This isn't about what's doing what's best for a country. This is what the establishment does. This is what they do. They can't acknowledge someone that they have pinned and labeled and categorized as an outsider, a criminal, someone who is not one of them. And you can read the post here from Barack Obama, because this is what everyone was talking about. Everybody was reposting this and talking about this. Well, not necessarily reposting it, but talking about it, because it's very much ratioed to a certain degree. But the establishment is always going to come. Vote blue no matter who. They're always going to back it. But as she was saying, in this entire comment here, he didn't mention Donald Trump one time. And this is not unusual. This is confirmation. This is why I wanted to show it to you guys, because this is the confirmation. And as we can see here, we go to ground news. We see the bias distribution here. Egypt to convene global leaders, including Trump and Sharm el-Sheikh on Monday for a Gaza war agreement. And you can see the distribution here. And then, of course, it appears that he is going now, as of this most recent update. Says Trump says he may go to the Middle East for a Gaza deal. And as you can see here, big distribution, a lot from the center. And it's just been an interesting unfolding event. And we also had this clip from Rapid Response here from CNN and there in the square as well, right after the square.
And, of course, endless applause for President Trump. Endless applause for President Trump.
And when I was there, I even saw people wearing Make America Great Again hats in that crowd over at Hostage Square.
And, of course...
So there you have it, though. So they were even wearing the hats. And, of course, the cartoon here that we were going to talk about is that now that you had all these protesters for all these weeks, all these months, if not years, protesting constantly about free Palestine, well, now it's happening. And as I said in certain comments with this is now these people are going to have to find a new grift, right? Because here you have Orange Man Bad. I mean, I think it's so well illustrated, and it encapsulates so much about what we talk about here on the BuzWeaver channel. Donald Trump cannot the left cannot give Trump credit in any way, shape, or form. They just cannot do it. It doesn't matter what he does. And as we've always talked about, kind of tongue-in-cheek, is that if he were to find the cure for cancer, the left would be pro-cancer the very minute after he announces it. So this was just, I think this cartoon really encapsulated it all right here. So I'm going to assume that many of these people that were now protesting what was going on in the Middle East will now probably be anti-ICE. But I did want to share that with you, of course, and there's Barack Obama's tweet, or X, as some people call it, although some people still call it tweets. An extraordinary story. Extraordinary story to see Witkoff and Ivanka and Jared there in Israel for this. This is quite extraordinary. I welcome your thoughts and comments down in the comments section. What you guys think about this. This is extraordinary. Do you think that Donald Trump is deserving of the Peace Prize, despite the left and establishment uniparty club not acknowledging him or wanting to acknowledge him whatsoever? You guys let me know down in the comments section, of course. And, of course, everyone here on YouTube, you guys have been amazing here in 2025. Thank you so much for your continued support. Of course, below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to include X, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely right. And, of course, my affiliate marketing link. So if you order frequently from Amazon or a Prime member, you guys can use my landing page link and be safe online. Your privacy is protected. And speaking of privacy online and being protected, that would be TrustZone, my favorite VPN. No fuss. Just get straight to what you want to do as a VPN platform. And I like that because I want to get just straight to what I'm doing. No fuss, no bloat, none of the nonsense that goes on. But nonetheless, guys, thank you so much for your continued support. Appearing there on the screen for everyone watching on YouTube, of course, that's going to be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.